So let's just start this video right here with this plant. So I was able to get this plant for free today from Home Depot. This is called a Tradescantia Nanook. And I've heard that Home Depot doesn't mark their plants down. They will tell you that they cannot mark them down, and I found out what the reason is today. It's what they told me is that they do not own their plants. The grower or seller, whoever, still owns the plants until we purchase them. Once the consumer purchases the plant from Home Depot, then Home Depot now takes ownership of the plants, and because of that, they cannot mark them down. They do, however, when the representative from that plant company comes in to the store, they themselves can mark the plants down, but Home Depot themselves cannot mark them down. So when I was in there, I asked the guy, I said, hey, can you mark this down? It's in, bad shape. Is there any kind of discount you can give it to me? And then he told me why he couldn't do it. So then I was like, okay. So I just put it back on the shelf. Was perfectly fine with that. Then he comes up to me and he's like, hey, you go ahead, you can have that plant. He said my plant guy's in, and I'm just gonna tell them at the register that so-and-so said that you can have it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm fine with that. So I went to the register, told the girl, I said, hey, so-and-so said that I could have the plant. She said the plant, I said the plant guy's in. He said to go ahead and have it. And she said, oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. She said they just throw these plants away. So something like this, they would have tossed into the trash, where this plant still has life left. I'm going to actually repot it and then give it some new soil and a fresh space inside the house, and then you just watch how much this plant will grow. It'll go nuts. So from Home Depot, I got rose food fertilizer, and then I got this plant. But then after that, I decided to take a look at Lowe's, which is like less than a mile down the street from the Home Depot, and just see what they have on clearance, because Lowe's will mark their plants down crazy. So I went in there and I right away found a plant that I was after. Not necessarily after it this season, but because I found it on clearance, I decided to go ahead and buy it. But I also found some other stuff. Let me show you. So my elephant ears are thirsty right now, but I watered them yesterday. Sometimes the heat, when it's really hot, they will wilt down, and then after a good soak, they'll come back. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to show you. So just take a look at this. Crazy, right? I got all of these free. This is the plant I actually paid for from Lowe's, and it is a climbing hydrangea. These right here, and then this one, they were actually $1.99. I got those from Walmart, but they're not they're on clearance, but they're not really part of this video. I got some Proven Winners grasses for free. This tray here was completely free. This tray here, completely free. I got so many free plants today, you guys. I just don't even know what to do with myself. Like, I'm so excited, and I just have so much like planning to do. I was just making a video yesterday and saying how, and I was talking about this bed over here and how, like, you know, instead of doing like a mulch, just filling the bed in densely with plants, just filling it up so that weeds don't have a chance to grow. But I mean, it's just so crazy that I was just saying that yesterday, and then I walk into the store today and I walk out with like all of these plants. It's insane. So crazy. So basically what happened was I went in the Lowe's. I was actually on the outside looking at plants, and I happened to look around the corner because they had other clearance stuff along the front. And then so I saw a rack around the corner, so I'm like, I took a look over there, and I'm like, you know, there was a guy watering plants near there, and I was like, hey, these plants, are they on clearance? I don't see any tags, they're not marked down. He said, oh, I think that those are going to the trash. And I said, oh, well, if they're going to the trash, can I have them? And he said, yeah, I mean, I don't mind, but he said you might want to ask the girl at the register. And I said, okay. So I had my hydrangea. I got my hydrangea with me, and then so I went in there and I got in line. So I'm like, if I'm about to get a bunch of clearance or a bunch of free plants, I don't need to really look at anything else at the moment. So I just went in there, went up to the register. I said, hey, you know, you guys have a bunch of plants over there on the side. They're not marked clearance. The guy said that I could have them, but to ask you, she said, yeah, I don't care, take them. So guys, I took them. I loaded them up in my cart, and I brought them to the car and brought them home. Like crazy. I was so excited that I was like shaking, like so nervous and shaking. But I'm so happy with the plants. I mean, I don't turn away free perennials by any means. So let me just show you what I got. And I think there's some annuals in here too, but I didn't really get to look a ton at everything just because there was just so much to look at. So I got, this tray is full of the butterfly bushes, which they're still in bloom right now, and they are so cute. They don't get too big, which is nice. I have a lot of space where I can stick these guys. Those are more. And then these that I got from Walmart, these are the heucheras. They're cute, and I actually need these for some shadier spaces. They're gonna have to get cleaned up though. Got a vine here, got some ice plant. That's a ground cover, which will look nice. This is actually a trailing plant, and it is, I don't think it's a perennial. Oh, it is a perennial. It's a trailing perennial. Green and spotted dead needle. So I'll have to do some research on that, but it was just on the tray. So you see these black plastic, there was like, these plants were already in there, so there was like kind of like a mixture. Like I got one of these brilliant blooms, which I didn't even realize was in there until like I got home. So I have one of those. And then in this other tray down here, there's more, there's another mixed item in there. So we've got some Proven Winners Cheyenne Sky Grass, Prairie Winds Blue Paradise Grass. There's some more butterfly bush, and there's a wasp bothering me. Anyway, I've been so obsessed with foxglove, so I've got a couple of those here. There's some Rebecca. There's another grass down here. Here's a Blue Paradise. That's the hydrangea that I got a couple, like last week on clearance at Home Depot. But anyways, that's not part of this. So let me see what that other grass is really quickly. I got a couple more in here, and they are Prairie Blue Paradise. What is this one? Cheyenne Sky. Okay, good, because I wanted to make sure I had a couple of Cheyenne. And then what was this one? Cheyenne Sky. Nice, good. I didn't really get to look a ton. I just basically just took everything that was still alive on the shelves. And yeah, so now I have all these plants and I have to go find their spots. I have room, but I just need to find where they're all gonna go and pop them in, and that will be a nice little project to work on this July. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check the trash section at your Lowe's and your Home Depot. They might, you know, toss some plants. I'm sure their growers toss out plants, but anyways, don't forget to ask, because it doesn't hurt. It never hurts to ask. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.